Hi, the next topic is box plot. Box plot is often used to see the overall tendency of group. One example like this. So we compare three groups for some variable. And you can immediately see these three groups are different in terms of this y value. And we have actually the same scale for all box plot. So we can see for this group has on average the larger y value than this group or this group. So this box represents the first quartile, median, and the third quartile. So that means that this box basically includes the 50% of the entire data in this group. So this is median, this is first quartile, 25th percentile, and this is the 75th percentile. Yeah, and so this is called whisker. So whisker is usually drawn by multiplying the 1.5 by this bin width, in this case, bin height. Okay, so this is 1.5 times, and this is 1.5 times below. But this one, so this is called whisker, but the end of the whisker should be observations. So if no observations at the 1.5 times the height of the box, then this whisker can be a little shorter. And why we use 1.5 times? Actually, no theoretical reason, but roughly speaking, some larger observations or smaller observations are here. And most observations are within the whisker. And this plot, this point is an outlier. So actually even below this 1.5 times this bin width, still that we have one observation. Sometimes we have multiple observations here. So these are outliers. Actually, the first group and the second group don't have any outliers. Okay, so think about this data set, the IRIS data set. This is a famous one. So this data set, IRIS, shows the 4 variables for 3 species of iris. So 3 species are Setosa, versicolor, and virginica, and 50 observations each. And sepal lengths, sepal widths, petal lengths, and petal widths are available for these 3 species. Okay, so to make a box plot, okay, so we have now iris data. So we have attached iris, okay, but just I want to see this. So the species, we want to make box plot by species. For example, we want to make the box plot of sepal lengths by species. Then you can type sepal lengths tilde species sepal lengths. Then we can make this one. And to put the bin in a separate window, separate pane, then we have another code, but usually this is most convenient way to compare the 3 groups. So this is how the box plot works. We have several different codes, slightly different codes in lecture note. But basically this is how to make box plots. Okay, so for example, to generate this one, you can just define the 3 different variables, and you can put the 3 box plots. And by specifying these multiple figures in row by row function, you can put these 3 figures in one window.